Hey guys, good morning. A little SmartHER news post-Thanksgiving coffee talk, just something short and sweet and hopefully fun as you head out into the weekend. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know it's always a busy day, isn't it? You put a lot in one day, so it was great at our house. We had a great meal, a bunch of family came over, and I'm actually at my in-laws right now. The kids are getting fed. That's great. Unfortunately, you know what it's like when you're at someone else's house. None of my kids sleep at all. So the three of us, my husband was in a different room. That's why he's making breakfast for them. And so I was just, my two kids were in the same bed as me, which is never a good idea. It's never a good idea. It never works. But sometimes it's the only way to get them to sleep. So anyways, I want to tell you a couple things of news items that I thought of note as we head into the weekend, and a couple things that we're going to continue to check into. Did you guys have any romaine lettuce yesterday? Because I had bought all these prepared lettuce packs to use for Thanksgiving and couldn't use any of them because we're still not really getting any clarity from the CDC about what specific romaine lettuce distributors or companies are behind this warning about an E. coli outbreak. Just know I'm watching that very closely. I'm continuing to check, partly because I really wanted to use these salad mixes. They're my favorite. Tuscan herb, HEB, just in case you're looking for one. But they do have some romaine bits in it, and you're really not supposed to use any romaine at all. So if you're out this weekend, just remember that, because it's something that's gotten publicity, but in the holiday, it can be something that gets lost. And I've really never seen any warning like this from the CDC or the FDA where they're like, don't eat romaine lettuce at all. We have no specifics other than that. I mean, can you imagine if they were like, just don't eat any bananas? Or don't eat any red apples. We don't really know which ones they are, but just don't eat any of them. I mean, that's very comparable to this. And yes, it is, it does remind us of the recall, the big recall earlier this year with romaine lettuce and all the people that got sick. So what's going on in the lettuce industry? It's a big question, and one we're going to continue to watch. The other thing I want you guys to just keep an eye on, and a topic I'm going to look into when it comes to next week's news cycle, is oil prices. I was seeing a headline that oil has fallen to the lowest point in 2018. The president is talking about low oil prices, and that's why he wants a relationship with Saudi Arabia to be good. We put all these sanctions on Iran, but we're still allowing their oil to come into the market, so it's not really a punishment for them. And low oil prices are great, guys, for us in a lot of ways. We don't want to spend a ton of money filling up our cars. And even if we don't drive, it affects so many different areas of our life and the price of goods that we get. But there is a point where low oil prices are a sign of an economy that's not growing as fast as it used to, and a sign of too much supply in the market for maybe a natural reason. And what that can do, because we've now become the world's largest oil producer, is it can put a lot of stress on some of these new American companies, because they're built around oil prices at, let's say, $60 a barrel. If it goes up or goes down, reception. If it goes up or down, fine. But if it goes too low, it can be really bad. So for those companies. So I want you just to pay attention to those headlines, not to get freaked out by them, but just know we're looking at them. Okay, two quick things I want to tell you about today. Black Friday. Are you guys shopping? Tell me the truth. Are you? I did a little shopping last night. Just a little bit. H&M, 30% off. You get that sale anyways, but they have some of my favorite t-shirts, so that's what I did. I know there's so much talk about division in America and how much we all don't get along, but let me tell you this. More than half of the country is going to be shopping sometime between Thanksgiving and Monday. More than half the country. So if there's one thing that we agree upon, it's shopping. So we may get in fights at Walmart, but we actually all agree that we like to shop here. So I just want to point that out. It might be a sign of unity in America if we all shop. And more or less, we're spending around, on average last year, around between $300 and $400 on this unofficial shopping holiday. What I was really surprised about is one of our colleagues found out, I thought Black Friday was a reference to the terrible stock market crashes, that we've seen. One was in 1869. It had to do with the, gold market. Okay, I thought that was the connection. Turns out, though, the term Black Friday was actually used in Philadelphia for many years between the 1950s and 60s to describe what was going on ahead of the Army-Navy game after Thanksgiving. So in Philadelphia, they would call the Friday after Thanksgiving Black Friday because so many people were coming into town for the Army-Navy game that was happening on that Saturday. So really, maybe American football is behind the name of Black Friday that we all talk about so much. I thought that was really interesting. I had no idea. So that's something you should know. We're united over shopping. football has many inspirations, and maybe the U.S. military is involved in some way with our Black Friday excursions. Oh, I see you're decorating for Christmas. No shopping yet. That's pretty good. I haven't done anything decorating wise, but I do like the fact that some Christmas songs are playing now. As soon as we turn the corner from Thanksgiving, here we are. Then the second thing I just want you to check out really quick on our site is, have you guys seen all these beauty products that have charcoal in them? They're like these black masks that you can put on your face. And we were taking a look at the charcoal industry overall, because you can actually ingest charcoal, and it's supposed to, some say, relieve bloating, help your digestion. Supplements are not regulated by the FDA, so we have no data to say this is true or false. But we thought it appropriate to post this card after Thanksgiving when we all might be feeling a little bloated. Check out the card because it's very interesting to think about the use of charcoal for digestion. I don't know if you guys have ever used charcoal pills. I did it once for like this, fast that I was doing, like, 2 days of juices, and you take these different supplements. I got so sick, so I'm not a good example of that, but I do know that if you go to a health food store, you can find these charcoal tablets, and we were just kind of taking look into this sort of alternative medicine to see, is this something we should all be taking? What about the face mask? They use charcoal in the hospital if you come in and they need to get poisons out of your system. Jessica, you have charcoal toothpaste. It whitens the teeth. Okay. Rest or best, you're going to tile a floor today. Oh my God. Can we see it? Will you send us a before and after? I'm going to share it with everybody. And if you have any smarter tips on how to tile a floor, we should share it on Insta Story. I really want to start doing that, by the way, you guys. So if you see any good deals that you think are really good for Black Friday, if you have a favorite recipe that you think other people should know about, if you think that you have a good home decorating tip, I want to feature you guys on our website, because the best way that we can share information is if we've experienced it, right? Kelly, I see, use charcoal to bind toxic ingestions in the ER. Thank you. That's exactly what they do. But she says she wouldn't use it as a supplement. Okay, cool. Sure, I've never done it. Okay, rest or bust. Send us before and afters of the tile floor. But this is what I'm talking about, you guys. Testimonials are the best ways to know if a product works, or if we like what we're doing, or if there's a great recipe. So I think we should all help each other have smarter lives, and that might be one way that we can do it. I can feature you on a card, I can feature you on Insta Story, and eventually I want to feature one of you like at least once a week on something that you've learned or you thought was really great that helped improve your life in some way. Okay? I think it'd be really fun. I mean, I can do this when it comes to the news because this is my area of expertise. And I could test out some products. So it's just something I'd eventually like to do for Smarter News overall. That's going to be part of our business structure. But I'd much rather hear from you guys about what you like and what you don't like. Okay? So please let me know what you think. I see someone else is telling us used active charcoal at the veterinarian office to stop absorption of poisons ingested. Yes. So it is used in a very serious way. The question is, should we all be using it do we need to get the toxins out of our system on a regular basis? Should we be using it once a week or something like that? I'm not going to ask you guys for medical advice because that's not appropriate. Then we could really get ourselves in trouble. I actually think it's kind of an interesting story. The activated charcoal industry is supposed to be growing. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot. So anyways, okay, guys, a little coffee. My kids are screaming. This has been so relaxing, though. Thanks. Okay. Have a great day. Let me know if you find anything cool, and we'll be back on Monday, regular programming for Smarter News. Okay, guys, have a great holiday weekend. I'll talk to you later.